Hello everybody, my name is Omega Ethan, and welcome back to another video. There has been an alarming amount of stuff that has happened in the last 48 hours with Fortnite, so I thought we would jump into it and dissect it a little bit, just because there's some really big news that we need to cover, and just other little mishaps and stuff like that that I think are worth talking about. So we're going to get into that. We're going to kind of start with farthest to closest, as in like, oldest to most recent, but this has all happened in the last 48 hours, so it's been a busy 48 hours, but we're going to get right into it, so let's do it. Alright, starting us off, there was an announcement that was going to be made for Five Nights at Freddy's, for like a collab they were doing. It was a mystery collaboration, and a lot of people thought it was going to be Fortnite. Now, I did not really care whether or not it was going to be Fortnite or not. I used to be into Five Nights at Freddy's, like I used to watch Game Theory and stuff like that, and I think the story's really interesting. Didn't really play much of the games, but anyway, the Five Nights at Freddy's collab, which I'll just call FNAF from now on because it's easier, the FNAF collab ended up being with Dead by Daylight. So instead of it being with Fortnite, like everyone wanted, it was with Dead by Daylight, which makes a little bit more sense because Dead by Daylight is like a horror game. So it makes sense for Freddy Fazbear to be in a horror game. That's where he originates from. It makes more sense than it does with him being like in Fortnite, if that makes sense. I've said sense a lot. I'm sorry. But anyway, a couple people were disappointed that that didn't happen, that Freddy Fazbear is not in Fortnite. And I totally get it. It is unfortunate, when you think a collab is one thing and it ends up being another thing. Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, he was also doing a lot of memeing. He was going to Fortnite creators' live streams and stuff and saying, hey, what are you waiting for, and stuff like that. So he was alluding to the fact that it might be Fortnite, and it did not turn out to be. So I can see why there's some disappointment there. I think it would be cool to have FNAF in Fortnite, but I'm not super worried about it. And if it comes, it'll come. They'll have a chance to do it again. It's not the end of the world. But we'll see, because Scott has also said that he doesn't want to put his franchise into a franchise that doesn't make sense, even if he loves that franchise. So whether or not FNAF is going to be in Fortnite, we don't really know. But either way, it's not going to affect me too much. But thought I'd bring it up just because it was a little topic that people were talking about. So we'll move on to the next one now. All right, next topic. This one's not like the most insane one, so I'm not going to spend as long talking about it, but thought I'd bring it up anyway. There is an in-game counter for the event now, so we can see the event, I think, is supposed to be on Saturday. So if you check your game, and you go into your game and you go to, what POI was it? I can't remember right now. It's wherever Megalodon is, I believe, where the pipes are. I can't remember the name of it because I'm blanking. But anyway, if you go there, there'll be a little in-game timer counting down to the event. It is cool because that means we're getting an event, which is awesome. Fortnite events are usually pretty cool. So I'm glad they're bringing them back. And also Fall Guys is on the map now. So if you go up kind of by Classy Courts, you will find the Fall Guys minigame. You can compete in it. It's just like Fall Guys, a little obstacle course. You'll turn into a little bean. And if you do that, then if you win, you can get loot, depending on how well you did in it, is what kind of loot you get. So that's also kind of interesting and cool to see. But with that being said, let's move on to one of the bigger things. All right, so moving on to one of the bigger topics, the Paradigm, who originally was released as a limited time cosmetic in Season X, I believe. You would have seen her in my top 10 rarest item shop skins if you watched that video. Actually, funny story, her and Cypress Nell and Scout all came back at the same time. 3 huge, really rare skins that haven't been seen in the shop for a long time. But anyway, Paradigm was not supposed to come back, and she did. So I did scoop her up, as you can tell by the gameplay of this video. I did not have her OG, I will admit that. And so I did buy her. She was up for, I think, 20 minutes or something like that. Also, if you hear my cat meowing in the background, I'm sorry. But I think she was up in the shop for about 20 minutes before she was removed by Epic. And they then tweeted out that they were going to remove her from everyone's accounts and refund them the V-Bucks. Shortly after, they kind of went back on that and said that everyone is going to get to keep her who got to buy her, but they're still going to refund them. So basically, if you bought her, you get to keep the skin and you get a refund. I don't really know why they're doing that way. It's kind of weird that you get a refund even though you still have the skin, but yeah, whatever. It is what it is, and that's what they want to do, which is fine. And then also they are giving a new style to everyone who had it originally. So if you had the Paradigm originally, you will continue to have her, and she will get a new style. And you can also refund her for V-Bucks as well, I guess, is what they're doing. But yeah, it is interesting. I don't really, I'm happy that it came back. I was really excited when it came back. There were a lot of people who missed out on it because they weren't awake when the item shop reset or whatever. I do feel bad for them. It is kind of shitty that they just took it out and then were like, hey, no one else gets it. If you got it, you got it. But I do kind of understand it. So that was a really big uproar that is still kind of going on. But it is interesting. I want to know what your guys' thoughts on her coming back is or are. Are you happy that she came back? Did you get her? And also, are you mad that she was taken out so quickly? Just let me know. But yeah, it is an interesting scenario that happened. It has happened before, obviously, but this one was kind of crazy. So, but with that being said, it kind of ties into our next topic, so we will move on to that. All right, so our last topic, basically, Epic had tweeted out today saying that any future Battle Pass cosmetics can return to the shop after at least 18 months since the Battle Pass. So if a Battle Pass comes out, starting with this next one, not this one, starting with the next Battle Pass, it'll come out, you get the Battle Pass. If you didn't get the Battle Pass, a year and a half from now, the cosmetics from that Battle Pass will be available to be sold in the shop. Now, they're probably going to be sold for, regular skin prices, 1,200 V-Bucks, 1,500, all that. So it is still a bargain to get the Battle Pass. You're getting 8 skins for 950 V-Bucks. They're not going to change the price of the Battle Pass, which is great. But basically, they're just going to allow more people to get the Battle Pass cosmetics after the pass has already been released and has, it's the next season or whatever. Or in this case, it's 4 seasons later or 6 seasons later. Personally, I don't hate this change. At first, I was really against Battle Pass cosmetics coming to the item shop because the whole point of the Battle Pass is that they are exclusive. But with the Paradigm situation, it kind of opened my eyes, especially because when she came to the shop, I was so excited to get my hands on her, even though I knew she was limited time. I knew that she was exclusive to the people who were playing at that time. I was playing at that time. I didn't get her, but still. But with that being said, I was really happy when she came back to the item shop. I was super excited, and I want everyone to be able to feel that. So I wouldn't even be against, old Battle Pass cosmetics, Black Knight, the Reaper, Sparkle Specialist, all those skins. I would not be against them coming back. I have them OG, but if they want to bring them back, you know what? That's fine with me. At this point, I don't really care about skin exclusivity. There are skins in old Battle Passes that I would love to have, like Gwen Stacy, and the Ageless, and a bunch of others. I won't get into it. But basically, I'm not opposed to Battle Passes not being exclusive. I know there are some people who are, and there are some people who aren't. But I think a lot of people right now don't care anymore. So I think it's a good change. I think it's a welcome change. And I do want to know your guys' opinions in the comments. Obviously, the photo for this is kind of clickbaity because, or the thumbnail, sorry, is kind of clickbaity because old cosmetics will not be coming back as far as we know. Old Battle Pass cosmetics, as of right now, are locked to those Battle Passes, and they will not be coming back. I would not be surprised if Epic in the future kind of retconned this and did bring them back. But either way, I want to know your guys' opinions on whether this is a good change or a bad change, or you hate it or you love it or whatever. So let me know in the comments. That was a lot of news to cover, and I'm sorry if I'm rambling and talking out of my mind, but just wanted to keep you guys up to date if you haven't seen videos or posts on it. So yeah, that's the situation. That's what's going on. It is crazy. It's been a really packed 2 days, but I think mostly it's been good for the most part. And hopefully this item shop tonight is just crazy. Kratos, Chun-Li, Travis Scott. Let's hope it's all in there. Let's pray. But we will see. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.